Michael, what about your research?
Well, I was also like reading a lot. Like I read, you know, Wikipedia and everything that I could find on Google. I read the Time magazine thing, and I wasn't really getting a real gist of what made him tick. You know, like what motivated somebody to actually put himself in harm's way in order for him to accomplish what he thought is justice. But I did have a bit more understanding when I talked to Mika Camarena, and you understand. I had just, you know,
That's his wife.
That's his wife.
Right.
Sorry. And so I had just done, you know, Ant-Man, which is like, you know, the guy wants to be likable, wants to love everybody. He's a lovable dude. He thinks he is. And this one, it was different. It was a person that was just fed up with the injustices, especially when he was looking at it, and he can point it and point out the injustices and see that the police were involved, the local police, the federal police, and then politicians, and then the government, and nobody was doing anything about it. Everybody was turning, you know, a blind eye to it, and he got fed up with it. And then I think that's what motivated him, and also him trying to persuade people that this thing is happening, and they wouldn't believe him when it was out in plain sight. And I think that's what fueled him to you know, bring it upon himself to make some kind of difference.
Right. And you guys worked together before. You directed him in a film called Cesar Chavez.
That's
right.
Yeah,
so when you guys were working together on that film, did you guys already know you're going to work together in Narcos?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we talked about it. We're like, hey, in 8
Is that
years,
the reason? Was that a casting coup then?
Yeah, but you said, you know what? In 8 years, we should do Narcos.
Yeah.
Before even it came out.
We were working in Sonora, in the north of Mexico.
Hermosillo.
In Hermosillo, Sonora, and on a way that's really close to where where my character is from, where Felix is from, and we did experience Mexico, which I think it was very. I mean, we saved you a lot of money and time, I guess, because Michael and I were in the north of Mexico, in the fields of Mexico, where this story would have happened, you know, and recreating the 70s, which is the exact time where, you know, where this whole organization starts to grow, you know, and to. Yeah.
And back then, he was telling me what to do for 5 months, and then, you know, in this one, he was trying to tell me what to do for 8 months. As a character.
Well, Diego, also you.
No, he didn't learn that one. I understood it. I think it's okay. The print will be good.
Diego, you also grew up in Mexico in the 80s. So in some way, this story is closer to home for you.
Yeah,
It's more personal.
it is very personal. It is very personal also because it's the foundation of the mess we're living today. You know, what happened there in the 80s. And the case of Kiki Camarena it determines a lot on the relation between the States and Mexico. And I remember being in the 80s as a kid. I was 6 years old when this event happened. So I don't remember that. I guess my father was hiding this Mexico from, you know, for me Mexico was something different. But then when the 90s came, I started having an opinion, worrying about the violence erupting, and understanding how crucial the 80s were and how crucial what happened here. This basically is the story of something that got built, that for a few years worked fantastically, and then just fell apart and fell into a way. And I'm talking about what's not in this season, like that fell into a way that today we are living horror over there.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the same. It's spiraled out of control, but this is where it started.
And
everything started.
hopefully season 5 closer to present. Are we going to come, because this war on drugs is never going to end. It's an endless war.
I can neither confirm or deny that it's season 5.
I think
or-
no.
Is that a no comment moment?
I can confirm. They told me yesterday. I got a call. In a very special phone I have, and they said if it's a success in India, we will have.
All right,
Counting
it's
on
on to us.
Can
There
I
you go.
have that
true.
special phone, please?
Yes.
I would like to receive some special calls.
I see.
Yeah. So we can talk on November 17th.
And Diego, going a little off track, last night when we spoke, you told me, you know, you
I was drunk.
No, before that, I have to ask you guys. I have to ask you guys. Wagner Moura, Pedro Pascal, these are characters and you know, that people... Are you getting worried already?
No, I can't wait for this question.
Because if you've been asked this question a lot, I get it a lot. Sorry, I have to ask you the cliche comparison question. Because it's true, these are characters that we literally looked up to, okay, for the past few seasons, and it could be a bit nerve-wracking, right, to step into these big, huge, humongous shoes. Or are you guys not thinking about it at all, treating this as a completely different independent show season, like it didn't even happen before this?
To be honest with you, I didn't think about it that way because it wasn't like Pedro Pascal had enough and he's leaving Narcos, and then they brought in little old me, like it was a completely different, and he wasn't. It wasn't like he played Kiki Camarena first 3 seasons, and then I came in, and they're like, wait a minute, what the hell's up with this? So it was no pressure. I mean, there was enough work. We were constantly traveling and working, and had pages to memorize to be, nervous about it.
Too much to do to be nervous. Okay, then what about you?
No, there's no pressure.
I believe you.
I just got really sick, sorry. No, there's no pressure. I mean, you cannot think that way. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this job. I mean, obviously, every time you see something, you're comparing that with the last thing you saw.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you.
And in fact, I see it differently. Those guys made this show so popular that it's the first time I don't have to worry for people to watch my work. That worry is out of the question, It's like, it's gonna come out and they're gonna watch it. Like, the first feeling of like being a theater actor is to be on your opening night and look out and see no one there.
Just your parents.
This time is not exactly, not even my father. So this time they're gonna be there, and then I saw it. Like, you'll be very responsible not to see it, but I saw it, and I am really happy. And I think these guys left the bar here, and we left it here. And if there is a 5th season, they're gonna take it higher and higher, because the team they put together is amazing. It's amazing, and I have to be very, very honest. It's very bold to say, let's start all over again, because I don't think this is the 4th season. This is Narcos Mexico. It's a different project. There's new directors. It's a new place. It's a new cast. Everything is different. So I think they complement each other pretty well. But I don't think you're going to be thinking about the previous seasons when you watch this.
I'm sure we would. And that's amazing. That's really inspiring. I'm going to take this answer and I'm going to use it next time anybody else asks me this question.
Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Eric. Thank you,
Diego.
Before we leave, we have something to say in Spanish.
We have something very embarrassing to say.
All right, okay. All right, yes. Going a little off track. There's something that I got to know about Diego last night. His grandmother was born in India, right?
Yeah, I have a connection.
Tell us about your spiritual connection to India.
Oh no, the spiritual connection is different.
Let's talk about it. He knows parts of Gita. He knew about Sai Baba. He spoke about Guru Ma, right?
Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
No, I don't think so. I mean, that is something I told you because I had 4 vodkas inside.
Well, we can get you 4 vodkas right now.
I don't see how this connects to Narcos. I guess I don't want this to be in the same article.
Spirituality is what we sell here instead of cocaine.
No, it's really
Don't
nice.
put that, you get me to trouble.
No, we really like that. It made us really happy that you have this connect to India. So it's like, we're a little bit like, oh, you know us? Like, tell us about it.
All the religious people are going to watch this show because you follow a spiritual leader in India. So talk about it.
Okay, no, Shakun, you can't trouble him anymore.
As you understand, it's so personal. But
Sorry.
I can just say that I find so many similarities between the Indian culture and the Mexican culture and
Yeah, you guys have rice, we have rice, you have
no,
beef.
exactly. Besides the rice and curry, there is so much in common. The contrast you live when you go out, and the richness in terms of the cultural diversity is amazing, and it feels like being home here. And I think that's why you're gonna love Narcos Mexico.
Love it, and waiting
Thank
for
you,
it.
guys.
And Alia and I have to say something in
We have
Spanish.
something to say in Spanish and we're going to do
We
a
don't know
television
if it makes any sense because we found it on Google Translate.
Yeah, so I'm going to try my level best that I will just pretend like I know Spanish. So I say line number 1, you say line number 2.
Let's try.
So, nos vamos a volver locos si.
Tenemos que esperar más. Okay, does
Can you
make
translate that
sense?
for
You
us?
win. You win.
Did I do like a terrible job?
I don't know what you said.
Alright, let me try this, let me
Okay,
try
so could
this.
you help me? How would I say that?
Can you repeat what you said?
Nos
No.
vamos a volver locos.
Huh? Nos vamos a volver locos.
You gotta look at it and then.
Ah,
Nos vamos a volver locos.
Nos vamos a volver locos.
Tenemos que esperar más.
we're gonna go crazy because we gotta wait a little more.
Yes, we
We're
can't
going to go
wait.
crazy if we have to wait any longer.
16th of this month, Narcos Mexico. We can't wait.
Yeah, we can't wait. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
guys.
guys.
Thank
Thank you. It was
Appreciate it.
wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you very much for coming.
अरे अरुण अरुण जल्दी एक साथ पूरा वीडियो पे रख जल्दी रुका अरे नीचे बिठा यार इन लोग को ए मोबाइल चाइना बैठो नीचे अरे आलिया जी आलिया वीडियो वीडियो नहीं है अरुण आगे रखे चलो पैक कर सही है आशा तिघांचे एकत्र घे सही आहे या look here so wait so yeah yeah answer look here so yeah all of you excuse so all of you here please look here sir your look here excuse me sir yeah just hold on okay thanks thank you excuse me here sir